Bruce Lee was more than a martial artist or movie star, he was a fierce fighter against the racism deeply rooted in the film industry. At a time when Hollywood routinely sidelined, stereotyped, or erased Asian characters altogether, Bruce Lee dared to stand for something bigger: authentic representation, dignity, and respect. Early struggles in a racist industry. In the 1960s, Bruce Lee was a rising martial arts teacher in America with movie star charisma. He dazzled on screen as Kato in The Green Hornet, but while fans admired his skills, the studios saw him differently. Asian roles were either villains or servants, and leads were reserved for white actors, even in stories about Asia. The most infamous example? Bruce Lee pitched the idea for a martial arts Western TV series called The Warrior, years before Kung Fu was made. He was passed over, and a white actor, David Carradine, was cast in the lead instead. Hollywood executives told Bruce that an Asian lead would never appeal to American audiences. Rejecting stereotypes. Bruce Lee refused to play roles that made a mockery of his heritage. He didn't want to be the inscrutable Asian, the silent henchman, or the comic relief. Instead, he demanded depth, intelligence, and strength in every character he portrayed. He wanted to show that Asian men could be philosophical and powerful, funny and intense, flawed and heroic. His very presence defied the narrow roles offered to Asians in Western media. Returning to Hong Kong to take control. When America wouldn't give him the lead roles he deserved, Bruce Lee took control of his destiny. He went to Hong Kong and became a superstar with The Big Boss, Fist of Fury, and Way of the Dragon. In those films, he didn't just fight opponents, he fought oppression. In Fist of Fury, his character literally smashes a sign that reads, "No dogs and Chinese allowed," a direct jab at colonial racism. These films resonated deeply with audiences across Asia and the West. Bruce became a symbol of pride, resistance, and empowerment, not only for Asian communities but for anyone who had been marginalized. A legacy of resistance. Enter the Dragon, his first major Hollywood co-production, was a triumph, not just of martial arts, but of representation. Bruce was finally front and center, not as a sidekick, but as a complex lead. He made sure the film included diverse characters and didn't whitewash its setting or story. Although Bruce Lee died shortly before the film's release, his mission was clear. He had proven that an Asian man could be a global star on his own terms, without bowing to Hollywood's racist expectations. The ripple effect. Bruce Lee's fight against racism in film didn't end with him. His courage opened the door for future generations: Jackie Chan, Lucy Liu, Donnie Yen, Michelle Yeoh, and more. His legacy also gave strength to those outside of the Asian community who faced barriers in the industry. In a world where inclusion is still a battle, Bruce Lee remains a